Yeah.
See your notebook. Which question is the last that we have done?
1 second. Let me just. Yeah. We started doing petty cash book. Yeah.
Okay, so you want to go through all the previous topic, or let's continue with the current one?
I mean, it's better we continue with the current one. Like, I'm still, even in school, I'm still trying to get back on track with all of the portion. So during this weekend, I'll try to revise as much as possible. So can we just like continue normally?
Okay, that's good. So
I mean, I didn't forget everything. I know, like, I remember some things. Like,
that's good. If you remember some part of it, that's also good, because I think the last class was on 29th. Yes, 29th June.
yeah,
So it is almost 2 months. So that's very long time to remember something.
yeah.
Petty cash book. Okay. So what is petty cash book? First of all, if you remember some part of it, can you explain a little bit what is petty cash book? Then I will write.
Petty cash book is like all of those like small expenses, like for example, buying stationery for the office, or like some small expenses that are like not very that much relevant to the business or something. Like,
Okay. So petty cash book is prepared to record all the small expenses, the small expenses of the business. Okay, so it is the basic simple definition. Petty cash book is prepared to record all the small expenses of the business to save time and space in the main accounting book, like
yeah,
the main cash book. Okay, so in cash book, the main purpose is that when we incur some expenses, okay, so we have to record it in the cash book because it is cash transaction. Now the thing is, in cash book there is already so much transaction, so many transaction we have to record. Okay,
yeah.
not less transaction, there is so many transaction we have to record. Now if a transaction of rupees 10 rupees 5 rupees 15 20 or 50 rupees 100 rupees, these type of transaction, small amount, the business turnover is in crores. So if we are recording a separate entry for 50 and 100 rupees, then that is very like time consuming thing. It is not good for the business. And if you remember in the beginning, I explained the materiality concept. In that concept, I told you the expenses, the income, assets, or liabilities, which is material in nature, which is important for important information for decision making, that is only recorded separately. Otherwise, all the small expenses, all the irrelevant expenses can be combined together and then it will be recorded. Okay, so
Okay,
what we do, that the small expenses we are not going to record separately in the books, 50 rupees 100 rupees. What we do, we prepare a separate book that is called petty cash book. So petty cash book we prepare and we record all the small expenses in a month. Okay,
okay,
so we combine these expenses, the value, total value at the end of the month, we calculate and then we record it in the cash book together. So there is only one entry in cash book and all the details are in petty cash. Okay.
okay. Yeah,
So this is our petty cash book. So petty cash book, you can say it is a helpful book for main cash book. So it is prepared to record all the small expenses of the business, that is petty expenses. Okay. So this is the simple definition. If we just one minute. The definition we have written before. Then so now there will be some examination in your school.
Um,
Upcoming examination.
I mean there is, but like it's not very near as of now. Like
Okay. So actually, in 2-3 days before, we have also scheduled one class, but I received the message that you are not good, fine. So that's why you canceled the class.
yeah, I wasn't well on that day.
Okay. So petty cash book, this is the definition. Now, there is two methods for maintaining like petty cash book. So system of petty cash book, it is called. System of petty cash book. So how we are going to like make a system for petty cash book. So there are two basic. One is called impressed system and the second is called simple system. The second is simple system. Okay. Now, what is the system of this petty cash book? First of all, you have to understand that this is the main cashier. Uh, Main cashier. Now, he is doing all the expenses, all the payment and recording all the transactions. So he have already two works. One, to record all the expenses, also to pay the money of these expenses. Any bill that he will get, he will reimburse the bill. Any expenses that is to be incurred, he will pay the amount. Okay, so he has already so many works. Now, if the business is big, then he will get an assistant, and that is called petty cashier. That person will be called petty cashier. Okay, now he will give some amount in the beginning of every month or specific time period, whatever it is. So he will give some amount to petty cashier to spend it on all the small expenses and make a record. So at the end of that time period, petty cashier will submit the report and tell the main cashier that how much money he has left. Okay,
Like
he
at the
has
end of the financial year.
no, actually it is too big time, actually too long. So it is generally on monthly basis, like
Okay.
monthly basis. Sometime if the business is too big, then it may be weekly basis.
Okay, so it really just depends on the business. Like if the business is very big
Yes,
on
size
a
of the
weekly
business,
basis.
that if there is too many transaction, then yes, it may be weekly basis, monthly basis. Maximum it can be quarterly basis, not more than that.
Okay.
Okay, because to reconcile everything, you need like a specific time period, a small time period, so that you can reconcile thing and there is not many mistakes. So if the you will take the time like this, the yearly basis or uh, half yearly basis, then it will be very difficult to find the problem. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Now the Just 1 minute.
Okay.
Okay. Uh, So this is
Yeah.
the main cashier, and he will pay the money to petty cashier in the beginning of every month. Let's assume it is a month. And petty cashier will submit the report at the end of the month with the balance. Okay, so he will report to the main cashier that this is the remaining balance and this is the expenses list. So please check it and again reimburse me so that I can pay the next year expenses, next month expenses. Okay, so this is the system. Now, there is little bit change in two system that we have discussed here: impress system and simple system. So in impress system, right now I'm talking about impressed system. So I will write it here. It is called impressed system. Okay, so main cashier, here it is. Then some amount to petty cashier, it is same. But what is it? The difference, not difference, but first we will discuss the impress system. So main cashier will give some amount to petty cashier in the beginning of month.
Wait, I need to clarify something.
Yes,
The main cashier is the one who records the main expenses, right?
yes,
Okay. Okay, then that makes sense because then they're paying the other person to record the smaller expenses that are irrelevant. Okay.
yes. That's what I told you in the beginning, that main cashier has two liabilities, two work. One, to pay all the expenses, and the second, to record all the expenses.
Yeah.
Now, so he has already so much work, you can say. So he has not time to do these small transaction, to record all these small transactions. That's why he has a assistant, or you can say petty cashier, so to whom he will give some specific amount in the beginning. Okay, actually yes, some specific fixed amount. In impress system it is fixed amount, so some fixed amount to petty cashier in the beginning of the month. After completion of the month, at the end of the month, at the end of month, what he will do, he will submit the report.
Okay.
He will submit the report at the end of the month, and the amount will be fixed. Submit the report, amount is fixed. So what he will submit, let's say the expenses incurred by him, the fixed amount is 5,000. Okay, and petty cashier incurred expenses of 4,700. Okay, so how much amount
Okay.
is the balance? The fixed amount given by main cashier to petty cashier is 5,000. Petty cashier submitted the report that he had spent 4,700. So balance is 300. Yes.
300. Yeah. Yes.
Okay. So he will submit the report, all the expenses detail and this balance detail also. Okay. So what will happen again in because at the end of the month he is submitting the report. So at the end of the month, main cashier will give the same amount of that he has incurred, same amount means he
Okay.
incurred 4,700. So main cashier will also give 4,700 so that again in the next month he has 5,000 fixed amount 5,000.
Okay.
Okay, so there
Yeah.
is two things that is fixed here. One, the amount in every month will be same. Okay, in the beginning of every month, together with the balance of previous month, the amount in the beginning of every month will be same in the hand of petty cashier. So in main cashier has given 5,000 in the previous month, he has balance of 300. So again petty cashier, the main cashier will give 4,700 to petty cashier so that the petty cashier will have 5,000 in his hand. Okay,
Okay.
this is the first thing. The second, the time period is also fixed. Means in the beginning of every month, he will receive the money, and at the end of every month, he has to submit the report. So time period is also fixed.
Okay.
So this is impressed system. Now I will explain the simple system, and then I will write the meaning. Simple system. So in simple system, the main cashier A. I'm taking the name because it is very difficult to say all the time main cashier, petty cashier. I get confused sometimes. So main cashier is A and he has given some amount to petty cashier B. Okay. So let's say uh, some amount. Now I'm not writing fixed amount because amount can be different in simple system. Let's say 10,000. Now petty cashier again will submit the report. Submit the report. Okay. When he will submit the report, not at the month, at the end of the month, he will submit the report when no balance left. Means he had spent all the money. There is nothing left in his hand. Then he will come. Okay. So there is no fixed time. Sometime he will spend the total amount in 20 days. Sometime maybe it will take 1.5 month. So whenever he will spend all the money, then he will submit the report. Okay. And again, he will receive some amount, not fixed. So it may be 10,000, it may be 7,000, it may be 15,000, whatever amount main cashier think that it is okay, then he will give it. Okay. So the simple system, there is no fixed amount can be different every time, and there is no fixed time period. Okay. Whenever
Okay.
money fully spent, then petty cashier will come to the main cashier. Is that
Okay.
clear?
Yeah.
Okay. Now we will write the budget. So under impressed system, petty cashier receive a fixed amount in the beginning of every month. And after completion of the month, or at the end, you can say, after completion of the month, just 1 minute. Sorry, actually, there is child who is coming all the time near me. So under impress system, petty cashier receive a fixed amount in the beginning of every month, and after completion of the month, he will submit the report to main cashier.
Can I just ask a small question?
Yes,
Okay, so like the what is that? The main cashier, he pays some amount to the petty cashier to, record all of the petty transactions or whatever. Does the petty cashier get his pay based on like how many transactions he is given, or is he given the pay based on like how long he works, like on a weekly basis, a
yes.
monthly one?
On monthly basis, he will receive the.
Okay.
Generally, actually, in India, although salaried person receive the money on monthly basis, so yes, he will also receive the amount on, because a transaction may be higher or lower. He is not a, you can say, salesman.
Yeah,
So
he's not.
his salary will be depending on the sales he is making. He is a cashier, and sometimes he will spend less money, sometimes he will spend higher money. His main work is to record the transaction. So that's why his income cannot be on like, mm, you can say, commission basis. So he will receive money on fixed basis, that at the end of every month he will receive a fixed amount.
So even if he does it on a weekly basis, he'll receive it at the end of the week or like
Yes,
something like that. Okay.
like, let me just make it more clear, that let's say that a business is too big, so he is like receiving this petty cash to spend on weekly basis. Okay, so in this case also, mm, weekly basis, in this case also, he will receive his pay on monthly basis. Okay, so how he works, it doesn't matter for his salary. Salary will be paid on the monthly basis. If it is a different country, let's say in that country, it is like a rule to pay on on what you can say, a weekly basis, or like what it is called, 15 days time. There is some specific word it is used. I don't remember right now. But If it is a rule to pay on weekly basis or 15 days basis, then he will receive the salary as per that rule. Okay, but in India, he will receive on monthly basis. Is that clear?
Yeah, it's good.
Okay. So, okay. So after completion of the month, he will submit the report to main cashier, and again receive the amount incurred by him, or spend, you can say, so that the balance will be equal to the fixed amount. Okay. So under
Okay.
Impress system, petty cashier receive a fixed amount. It is very important that you mention the fixed amount, because in Impress system, two things are fixed. That is how it is different from simple system. He will receive a fixed amount in the beginning of every month. This is also important. Beginning of every month. Timing is not going to change every month. Like he is receiving on 7th in one month, and 8th in second month, and third on third month. So not like that. He will receive the money either it is 28 days month or 31 days month. It doesn't matter. He will receive the money in the beginning of every month. After completion of the month, he will submit the report to the main cashier, and again receive, after checking the all the expenses and balance detail, main cashier will give him the same amount that he has incurred or spent, so that his balance will be equal to the fixed amount.
Okay.
So please write this Impress system. Sys- Actually, you should write from the beginning.
Okay. Can you scroll down?
Impressed system, and this is the definition.
Can you scroll down?
Now the simple system. We will write simple system now. So simple system. Under this system, the time period and amount is not fixed. Main cashier can give any amount to PT cashier on a certain date and after all the money is spent by PT cashier, he will submit the report to main cashier. Submit the report to main cashier, and main cashier can give a different amount to PT cashier. So amount can be different every time. Under this system, the time period and amount is not fixed. So main cashier can give any amount to PT cashier on a certain date. And after all the money spent by PT cashier, he will submit the report to main cashier, and main cashier can give a different amount to PT cashier at that time. That is
Okay.
also at that time. Okay, so this is the two system. This is important for theory. It has no use in practical questions because this is like impress system. And now for practical purpose, there is also two types of petty cash book. One is called simple petty cash book and the second is analytical petty cash book. So you have to be sure about this, that don't get confused in these two types. Okay, if they are asking how many types of petty cash book, how many systems for petty cash book, then two, impressed and simple. And in question, they will tell you that prepare the petty cash book by simple method or analytical method. If they are not saying anything, then prepare the petty cash book by simple method. Is that clear? Please write this.
Okay.
And tell me after you have completed. Okay, actually, we have to see also that how many topics we have covered already. Uh, can you tell me that have we completed journal?
Journal. Yeah, we have completed journal.
Ledger?
Ledger, yeah, I'm sure we completed that too.
Accounting equation? This is
Yeah,
a
we
question of
completed that
accounting
one.
equation actually. This is ledger, okay. So accounting equation, journal, ledger, and then cash book. simple column, double column, and also triple column. Okay, please write this.
Okay. Okay, I finished writing.
Okay, so let's now discuss the format of petty cash book. Actually, format we have written somewhere in the previous class. No. Okay, so format of petty cash book, how it will be prepared. Actually, if you see the format of cash book or ledger, there are some unnecessary columns also. In some of the boards, like I told you about, so, one is IGCSE or ICSE, I think that is the board name. So in that board, they never include these columns in preparation of the format. In some state board also, they have removed this. But in some of the state board and CBSE, we have the format and some unnecessary columns also. Okay, so this is our the first column, amount received, then cash book folio, then date, after that particular, and this is one amount, also a ledger folio, and there is one cash book folio I have already written. There is two column. Yes. Okay. So this is amount received, the first column. Then this is cash book folio. Here it is date, then particular, then again cash book folio, and here LF, then let me see one. Yes, please write this format. The
Okay.
format of petty cash. Yes, cash book folio, date, particular, LF. Actually, yes, this is not cash book folio. This is a different column, voucher number. Now, in the beginning of every month, like let's say September 1st, generally some balance will be there. If there is no balance, we will receive the full amount. So to balance BD, it will be on this side. The remaining amount that you will receive on the first date itself, it will be September 1 to cash. It is also on this side. After that, all the other transaction will be like here, buy stationery, buy printing, postage, all these small expenses, it will be written on this side. At the end, we calculate the total of this side and total of this side. Then again, we will calculate once again total, and we will write the higher total on both sides. So higher total will be generally amount received. So same amount will be written here also, and the balance will be written here as by balance CD on the last date, September 30th. Now this balance carry forward to the opposite side as per the ledger concept. So October 1st, it will be again to balance BD. And this balance here, it will come here. Okay. Understood?
Yeah, I understood.
You have completed writing or you are writing?
No, I'm still doing it.
Okay.
Yeah, I finished writing.
Okay, so this is our simple cash book. Now, if we have to prepare the analytical cash book, then the format is almost same, but there will be some change. I'm writing that format also. You don't have to copy the same thing, but just understand how it is to be done. Like it is petty cash book. I'm erasing the simple part here. Now it is analytical. Okay. So whatever expenses name that is given, if you can see that there are stationery, printing, let's say it is postage, wages, or something else. So you will create a separate column every time there is a different expenses name. So so if we okay, actually there is some problem with the lining. So let's say there are three expenses, so I will create three separate columns. Okay, one for postage, one for stationery, and one for printing. So if there are 10 expenses, then we will create 10 column like this. And this postage is here. So it will be written here in postage, stationery. So in front of this, then printing in front of this. Like this, we will write all the expenses, and then there can be like two expenses in postage. Maybe on different dates we have done two postage transaction, so we will record two postage here also. So after that we will calculate the total of each expenses, and that's it. This is your analytical petty cash. Okay, so for every expenses we are creating a separate column, and then we are writing the amount in align with the amount written in amount column, and then we will calculate the total. So that is analytical petty cash. Is that clear?
Yeah, it's clear.
Okay, so any confusion? Because we don't have enough time to solve a question right now. So I will solve a question in the next class, but I will share one question at least in today's class for homework, so that you can try the question. If you face some problem, then we will discuss in the next class.
Okay.
Okay, so any question?
No, no question.
Nothing? No question? No confusion?
No, I got it.
Okay, so that's all for today. We will discuss the remaining topic in the next class. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Bye.
Bye.